78 doors. It's a more grave situation here, Kim. Much more grave situation. Dropped at the devil's doorstep. Such a trap, and not quite so as open sesame. Dropped at the devil's doorstep, and not quite so open sesame. You were dropped off very young to this couple, but dropped at the devil's doorstep. Probably the woman was kind, but the man, I think, was awful. This is a mom and a child, and you're dropped at this doorstep. There's the man that is not kind, not good to you at all. Dropped at the devil's doorstep and trapped, and how do you get out of that? It's like the spaces that were safe feeling were so limited. It's like you didn't have full range of motion throughout these points of the stars. Now, I didn't Sharpie these people, but the people there. You didn't have full range. You only had like the inner area of this star, right? That's all you had to work with. You were very limited, very trapped, stuck. Not in there. I'm getting this whole thing of this interesting conjuring, a change in an appearance, and a change is like I'm getting the story like the evil queen in Snow White, how she turns herself into the ugly hag. That was something that you did with your appearance. You got yourself looking very ugly and horrible to get out of it. Stuck with the devil. You had to be so defiant, take so many beatings and have like matted and crazy hair and like a wildling, so to speak. You had help on this project. Somebody helped you to bring balance for this, but it helped. This was a friend, like a girl, like of similar age. Helped you get all yucky. It's like your living situation was hellish enough that you needed to break free of it and kind of be able to run away without them giving a shit that you ran away. I think that's what she helped you pull off. Where would you go? This is a gate. It's like travel to a gate, travel to somewhere else to a gate. Like an allowance to be let through. This Queen of Cups is coming up very Hierophant, like a female Hierophant. I don't know if you went to nuns or an abbey or where, but you went somewhere. Things were out of balance for quite a while. You still had to work pretty hard in this place. Things were still out of balance for quite a while. I think this girl loved you very much. I don't know if she knew you or knew where you came from. Maybe she knew the story back here. Is that what that was? Yeah, I think she did know you from back there. I think she either knew your parents or knew more about your origin, knew how to get you out of there, was trying to look out for you, but in a position where she couldn't do a whole lot. So she got you to get all ugly and get out of there, to get somewhere safe, even if it was like somebody was in charge of you in a more institutional way.
Is there a timeline or time frame or location?
I just keep getting this like abbey, monastery type of situation. I don't know what's going on near Glastonbury. That's like, isn't that the Isle of the Priestesses? It's like in that area of geography, kind of near Glastonbury, Isle of Wight, somewhere near England. Something like that. It feels like what it is. It took some time to get you to the place where you would get out of it. This other girl, her family had more money. There was contributions made to you for them to help you get out of this, to move forward. I think that you chose to go separate from this, even further from this. And there's a Rose River. I don't know what that's about. A Rose River. I don't know what that's about. There was rest when that happened. There was freedom when that happened. Yeah, she came in and really helped get you out to where you needed to go. You needed rest for a while. You couldn't see your way clear of it, but she could. The Rose River, and this is giving me just like the Lake of the Lotuses, but some kind of flowers in a water body. River, Rose River. That's what I'm getting. It's where you finally were able to get a little bit of freedom and reprieve. But it came at a little bit of a sacrifice because it took a few years for you to break free of there. Now, the monastery was a good place for like sanctuary type of stuff, but it wasn't where you wanted to be forever. This comes in later for you. It's like late 20s you come to this point. Almost past your prime is what I'm getting. So, in that kind of thought, in that kind of school of thinking, it'd be like you came across this person as like the romance interest, but almost past your prime. It was almost too late. It was a close call, a near miss, and it does look like you had family, you had a kid, but it wasn't the main victory of the life. The victory of the life was shifting, breaking free of what this was difficult situation, learning to break free of it, learning to work as a team to be able to shift your fate. What was in your hand versus what was on the horizon, and whatever river it was that you crossed over what you needed to do, even though you didn't have a ton of money and you had to be like incognito, somehow disguised, not seen for where you were. This is not a life of luxury and ease. As a farmer, this is the wife of an older person that had the farm, had some establishment, had some sense of frugality. It wasn't the, the be all end all of the universe, but it was content after that. What's up with that? Feels like there was a debt paid. There was a debt paid. This was a life where there was just mostly a lesson. It wasn't so much about suffering or brutality or anything like that. It was about you having this lesson given. Something how you're showing up for the kid and the farmer here, where it's almost past the prime. It was more to do with showing up as a kid's mom here. And still something was missing, something was yearning. This wasn't a life where you felt like you were with your soulmate, but it was nevertheless a good arrangement. Still, there was like a wistful yearning. Where am I getting that? Over here again, back to here. This one, it feels like this person was more soulmate than any of this. Perhaps in this lifetime, it feels like you're both female in this particular lifetime, but in other lifetime, you probably have been paired like female-male, like even balance, more like soulmate energy. And she was looking after you in this one. You came in for the kid here. She was adjacent to soulmate. Soulmate adjacent, more friend here in this life, but soulmate before, soulmate since. Kindred spirit plus. Yeah. Partner. That's the damn truth. That's what's coming up. And the River of Roses is where it was. It might be that this even goes back a little bit just beyond where historically, you know, you have the War of Roses in time, the River of Roses, and all the blood that would have gone into those wars. It would have been after that. I think that's why I keep getting this. Yeah, something about this. This is something about that area of time. And this, the Stuarts and the Tudors or whatever. I don't know. I don't know my history, but it's beyond the War of the Roses in history, and something about the river, and something about going in this English area. Very trippy. Anything else? There was victory in there. There was victory in the banners. There was victory in understanding, and there was like gaps that would be filled in and sewn together, braided together later, and that was okay. The understanding was there. It was like there was a vow or promise made that these lives would braid together again. That's what I'm getting.
The Tudor Rose.
Yeah, it just wasn't the right timing for it for you guys to reunite again. Through the Rose here, there's a little bit of heartbreak on this, but you guys knew the roles that you were to play, and you weren't freaked out about it at all. I think you guys just had your own heart's wisdom on this. That's what I've got. It's a little bit of a bittersweet one, but that's what it was. Something about the kid. Now the kid, I haven't gotten a lot of information, but the purpose of being there for that man and that child to get that particular peewee here, that was significant. And I don't know how it played into it. It was significant. It was like this was the role you were to play. I don't know why, but you were to present the gift. The child was the gift for this particular person. This farmer person. That's what I've got. Yeah, that's complete. It's not letting me go any further. I want to go further, but I keep getting the no.
That was the York and Lancaster families.
Perhaps, yeah. Yeah. Huh? That's what I've got. I think that's complete right here. This is the thing that you need to know about as far as your partner and your person. This, the sacrifice here, and the braiding that would come later, the weaving of things later. That's what I've got. Wow. Yeah, that's good stuff. Don't know what else to tell you other than that. Who knew? Yeah. I can't go further. I'm getting the hold.